Assalamualaikum and good day to Professor Madya, Dr. Fitra Amir, and fellow friend. Today we would like to propose a research on safe handling practices of preservatives and additives among home-based entrepreneurial bakers in Malaysia. Improper use of additives and preservatives can turn food from something safe into a serious hazard. As shown here, excessive preservatives have led to food recalls, unsafe food decorations cause mass food poisoning among children, and some products were found to contain scheduled poisons. These incidents demonstrates that poor control and unethical practices can result in immediate health risks and even long-term damage to public health. The Malaysian baking landscape and food safety. First, growth of entrepreneurial baking. The Malaysian baking sector has evolved from traditional shops to a booming home-based entrepreneurial ecosystem, accelerated by social media and e-commerce such as TikTok, Shopee, and etc. Second, consumer protection. As production moves from personal consumption to public sale, adhering to Food Act 1983 and Food Regulations 1985 is critical to prevent foodborne illnesses and chemical toxicity. Common additives used. To ensure product consistency and shelf life, bakers frequently use preservatives such as calcium propionate, leavening agents, and artificial colorants. Background of study. The reality of small-scale production. Operational reliance. Home-based bakers often lack industrial climate control, making them highly dependent on additives to maintain freshness in Malaysia's humid climate. Training gap. Many entrepreneurs enter the market as self-taught hobbyists. Studies indicate that small-scale food handlers often lack food certification in Food Handlers Training (LPM). The misuse risk. Without precise tools or scientific knowledge, there is a high risk of overdosing additives or using non-permitted substances, which can lead to long-term health complications for consumers.
Hi, Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Jasmine and now I am going to present on the problem statement and research objectives for our group. So on our left side is our problem statement and on our right side is our research objectives. Okay, so the first problem statement is increasing use of preservatives among entrepreneurial bakers, okay, among entrepreneurs. Okay, so for this problem statement, our objective is to examine knowledge on preservatives and additives among entrepreneurial bakers. The second problem statement here is limited knowledge on safe handling practices, okay, because nowadays there are many small entrepreneurs out there that lack of training and they use a lot of wrong method to for their products, okay, and this is the objective is to identify safe handling practices in the use of preservatives and additives, because right now every day there are more preservatives and additives that is increasing in our industry, in our food industry. And our last one problem statement is improper handling may pose health risk to consumers. This is because, okay, when an entrepreneur use a wrong method, when an entrepreneur use a wrong measurement for their products, okay, it can cause health risks, for example like food poisoning. And from this problem statement, this is to explore the challenges faced by entrepreneurial bakers. Okay, so now I am going to explain the first literature review, which is knowledge for entrepreneur bakers. Okay, the first knowledge includes the type of preservatives and additives that they need to know for their product. For example, the preservatives that they are using, colorings that they are using, and stabilizers that they are using. Right, so there are common varieties of food additives as we show in our figure here. There are preservatives, flavor enhancers, color additives, emulsifiers and stabilizers, and sweeteners. Okay, the second one is the safe dosage and permitted usage for every entrepreneur bakers for the products to allow them to be sold to the customers. The permitted dosage, effects of overdose, importance of following food safety regulations. This is because, okay, every preservative is based on chemical, it is lab made, okay, so it has their own risk to our, as we consumers, for our health. Alright, so the next one is awareness of food safety regulations. What will happen and their consequences of food preservatives. Okay, so we need to know, as the consumers, we also need to know not only the entrepreneur breakers, but as a consumer we also need to know the health risk effect. And higher knowledge level is linked for food safety compliance. Okay, to be better on entrepreneur breakers, we need training to the entrepreneur breakers, so they are more disciplined to follow the food safety regulations. The next literature review is safe handling practices. Okay, so there are a few points over here that I want to explain to you, which is the proper storage of preservatives and additives. There are some preservatives that need to be chilled, need to be in the refrigerator, or needs to be in room temperature. And second one is accurate measurement during food preparation. As you can see in our figure that I show here, okay, every measuring spoon or every measuring tools that entrepreneurs use, they need to be exact. Okay, like you can see here, they need to be exact, following the spoon, right? And then proper labeling ingredients for each product that they produce. Okay, they needs to have proper ingredients, proper labeling, and then they need to know where is the source from ingredients come from, and hygiene practices during handling and preparation. So if we are going to sell our products, they need to wear proper PPE, proper gloves, okay, proper mask, okay, so that they are safe to be consumed by every customers. And improper handling may pose health risks to customers. So every slide I focus on health risk, because okay, many health issues out there is based on what we eat every day. Okay, so the third literature review is the challenges that entrepreneurs face every day when they want to make a product. Okay, so the first one is limited access to food safety training. Okay, nowadays, okay, in Malaysia, there are limited training classes for entrepreneurs, because every day nowadays everyone can be entrepreneurs. Okay, and this when this happen, they lack of knowledge on safe handling guidelines. They don't know how to handle their products well. They don't know what to use. They don't know what is type of preservatives and additives. Okay, because they are limited access. Okay, and the third one is cost constraints. Okay, some food safety training or food safety classes and regulations out there, okay, needs to use a lot of cost. Okay, so small entrepreneurs out there, okay, they have limited cost because maybe because of our life economy. Okay, and then the fourth one is time pressure and heavy workload. Maybe their products is good enough. Okay, maybe their products is well marketed, but okay, they are alone, they have no staff. Okay, that's why okay, they experience heavy workload. These challenges affect compliance with safe handling practices. When they are experiencing heavy workloads, okay, they tend to not following the correct food safety guidelines.
Hi, so now I will explain about the research design. Okay, this study used a correlational research design to explore the relationship between knowledge, awareness, and safe handling practices related to preservative and additive. The aim is to see whether bakers have higher knowledge or awareness also tend to practice safer handling method. This research does not involve manipulating any variables or testing cause and effect relationship. Instead, it focuses on understanding how these variables are related based on the respondents' current practices and experience. Okay, so for data collection, the survey link will be distributed through online platforms such as WhatsApp, Facebook group, Threads, and something platform else lah. This platform are commonly used by home-based bakers in Malaysia, making easier to reach the target respondents. So using this channel also allow us to share the baking communities, helping to increase participation through referrals. For data analysis, the data collected through Google Forms will be cleaned and organized by using Google Sheet to remove errors and incomplete response. After that, Microsoft Excel will be used to conduct descriptive and correlational analysis. This helps to summarize the data and examine the relationship between knowledge, awareness, and safe handling practice among the respondents. Next, for significance of study, this study provide important information about how much bakers know about preservative and how they handle themselves in practices. This insight can help the government improve food safety policies and monitoring programs. It also support more focused awareness campaign so bakers can better understand about safe handling and protect consumer health. So last but not least, about the conclusion, knowledge of preservative and additive is very important for safe baking, but many bakers still have gaps in understanding. Safe handling practices such as proper measurement, storage, and application are often not fully followed. Small scale and home-based bakers face challenges like limited training, resources, and regulatory support. There is always little research focusing specifically on this group in Malaysia. This study aims to fill the gaps and help improve the food safety practices among entrepreneurial bakers. That's all from me. Thank you.